I'm Tara. Even now, just thinking about that day sends shivers through my body, a tingling thrill I can't explain. It was a blazing summer afternoon. I was riding my bullet motorcycle through the dusty trails of rural India, far away from the main highway. I had lost my way. But little did I know, I was about to lose much more. A half-broken signboard swayed lazily outside a tiny roadside barbershop. The paint was chipped, letters barely visible. But inside, there was light. I knocked hesitantly. The door creaked open, and there he stood. Tall. Fair. Wearing a tight white t-shirt that hugged his chest. His arms flexed as he held a pair of shiny scissors in one hand. There was a glint in his eyes. Not the usual kind. "Hey. I think I'm lost," I said, subtly pulling up my skirt just an inch, just enough. His eyes didn't flinch. They fixed directly on my long, thick braid. "Come in, sweetheart," he said with a smirk. "Let me get you something cold first." The inside was surreal. A massive mirror took up the wall in front of the leather barber's chair. On the shelf, clippers, razors, oils, scissors, everything gleamed, spotless. "All I need is some direction," I chuckled nervously. "First, a little haircut." "On the house," he said, locking the door with a slow, deliberate click. I sat, more out of curiosity than fear. But before I could react, he strapped both my wrists to the chair's armrests. "Hey. What the?" "Shoo, darling," he whispered close to my ear, his breath warm, his tone hungry. "This braid. I've been dreaming of cutting one like this." Snip. Snip. The sound of submission. The first slice was brutal. Khhrrchhh. His scissors chewed through the base of my braid like a beast on a leash. I felt the weight of my hair fall across my shoulder, onto the floor. My mouth fell open, but no sound came. "No. I choked." "So soft," he murmured, brushing my severed hair against his face. He kissed the end of the braid. Then turned his eyes back to me. "Let's keep going." Strand after strand fell. He wasn't neat. He wasn't careful. He devoured my hair with his blades. And with each lock that dropped, I felt a strange, disorienting thrill. Fear melted into helpless surrender. And then, something darker. The moment of baldness. He tilted my head. I heard the loud bzzz as he powered on the clippers. With steady hands, he ran the machine down the center of my head. I saw myself in the mirror, patchy, eyes wide, breathing shallow. Then came the razor. Smooth. Cold. Merciless. My scalp gleamed. Clean. Vulnerable. Naked. "Look at that face," he laughed softly, rubbing his palm over my bald head. "You've never looked so raw." His touch was electric. Every nerve in my skull screamed as his fingers traced the curve of my head. "Still some cleaning left," he whispered, as his hand traveled downward, from my bare neck, along my collarbone, slipping beneath my t-shirt. My breath caught. My eyes shut. A flush crept up my cheeks. The haircut had only been the beginning. I sat on the cold leather chair, wrists still bound, scalp gleaming under the single flickering tube light. My breath had turned shallow, skin flushed, and a deep electric sensation buzzed under every inch of my skin. I was hairless from the scalp, but I knew this wasn't over. The man, the nameless barber, stood behind me, slowly brushing off the last strands of hair from my shoulders. My t-shirt had slid down slightly from the neckline, exposing my collarbone, dusted with fine clipped strands. He leaned in. "Now we clean the rest." He picked up a fresh razor. I could hear him unwrapping it, snap, click. He dipped it in warm shaving foam, lathered it thick in his hands, and then, unexpectedly, smeared it gently across my underarms. "What are you doing?" I asked, my voice trembling. He said nothing. His eyes met mine in the mirror, calm, in control. He raised my arm by the elbow and stretched the skin. Then came the first stroke of the razor. It was smooth. Cold steel on soft flesh. I shivered. Hair, small, dark, wiped clean in one motion. He worked with precision. By the time he finished both sides, I was bare, completely. Not even stubble remained. He ran his fingers over the freshly shaved skin. "Perfect," he murmured, and kissed the inside of my elbow. He stood before me now, pulling up the edge of my t-shirt, slowly, deliberately. I didn't resist. The shirt came off, slowly peeling away the last bit of sweat-soaked fabric from my skin. He looked at me, not with lust, but with the focused gaze of an artist staring at a canvas he was about to transform. I sat there, bare from the waist up, with goosebumps racing across my skin, my bald head shining like a mirror under the white light. Then, he unhooked the restraints. "You're free now, but only if you want to be." I didn't move. He gently pushed me back into the chair and brought out a second can of foam, this time unscented. He kneeled in front of me, hooked his fingers inside the waistband of my skirt and underwear together, and pulled them down slowly. Now completely exposed, I could only close my eyes and let the sensation wash over me. He lathered the foam onto my pubic area, massaging it in circular motions. The skin underneath tightened with sensation. The razor came again, this time slower, more careful. 1 stroke. 2. 3. Every inch, cleared with clinical precision. He wiped the blade between strokes, his finger steady. By the end of it, I was smooth. Baby smooth. Not a trace of hair left on my entire body. He turned the chair around. I faced the full-length mirror. My own reflection stunned me. A fully bald head. Smooth face. Bare body. No armpit hair. No pubic hair. I looked otherworldly. Alien. Raw. Powerful. "You've never looked more like yourself," he said, standing behind me, placing his palms gently on my head. To be continued. Next, what happens when Tara returns to the city? How do people react to her new identity? And who's waiting for her next transformation?